Hiya, hiya, hiya. Do you have your cuppa? I'm having Wicked Joe's French roast this morning. It seems to be my best favorite kickoff of the day. And finally, finally, after months learning how to enjoy my black coffee, I do enjoy it. And I think I can tell the difference, but don't give me that Pepsi Coca-Cola taste test, right? Anyway, hi, welcome. My name is Sarah. This is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, the foundation of my life. It's the staple in my life. It's the one thing I can count on in my life is my keto food plan. And so every day I wake up and eventually I will suit up and get started with the day to just do the best that I can with what I got. And I'm a foodie. I'm a carb addict, sugar addict, um, any type of addict, really. I'm in recovery for drinking. I've been sober in AA for over 3 decades, and I began my personal journey in Overeaters Anonymous. So the food thing has always been with me, and I was always a chubby, tubby little girl, and I was picked on, and I had nicknames all through school, and so I had to develop being the funny one, right? And I'd hang out with cute girls that always get the cute guy, and I'd be the funny one. And I'd put on the parties, and I'd provide the food and, all that kind of stuff. And so food became my best friend. It was my BFF for sure. Was it your BFF too? And it was a no matter what, I could surround myself with all my lovely foods. And I was a forager for foods for a long time. Many of you know I began babysitting at 9 years old. Can you imagine? Can you imagine 9 year old like taking care of babies? People trusted me. And so I would raid their pantries and freezers and fridges. And because there wasn't a lot of food in my house, I was raised in an alcoholic home. And so if any of you know that same sort of thing, food wasn't high on my parents' list of things. So now, of course, here I am at 70 with, my own household with Greg, my husband, and food is my passion and my love. And, I stock my pantries, and we've got 3 freezers, 4 freezers at this point, um, one stand up, one chest, and then 2 freezer compartments in a fridge freezer sort of thing. And I work off of them. I really do. And so life is what it is. I love to make, a nice, hearty, homemade OMAD every day. And so a lot of my time goes into the food prep of it all. And I did have a little segue into being a carnivore for a number of months. I don't know how long, but I think I put on 1.5 pounds each month that I was doing it. And it was probably 9 months. So it was not, and I kept hearing younger females say, just hang with it, have your 2 pounds of meat every day, sometimes three. And I kept hanging with it and hanging with it. And I said, what, waiting for it to happen. When is it going to happen? And perhaps I healed my gut, but I definitely missed the keto aspect of eating. And I missed all the veg and the salad, not a huge salad. I tried, lettuce never became my friend again, but buying the coleslaw mix and having hunks of veggies works for me. And so with my keto food plan, I slowly reintroduced the veggies that I left behind, and I've never looked back. It feels great. I love my veggies. And, I'm aware of oxalates, and I'm aware of that, people say veggies don't really count. Your body doesn't absorb anything from them. I'm aware of what everybody says. I'm 70. I'm going to have what I want to eat at this point. So I make sure, I have a small salad every day, hunks of veggies, really, and cucumber, red cabbage, um, peppers, the little mini organic peppers. I love my organic peppers. one of each color. I'm so that way, celery, um, the organic coleslaw mix from Whole Foods, and I mix that up, and it's a small mixing bowl, really. And then I add the 2.5 tablespoons of Fage 0% yogurt. People say, why do you have zero? Why not high fat? I get my fat other places, okay? Trust me, I get plenty of fat. And, I consider myself in maintenance. Oh, and a tablespoon of the Bragg's. And I mix that up into the salad. And that is my raw veggies for the day. And I do like the idea of raw veggies. I also like Ebola meals, like 5 ounces of shredded chicken or shredded beef or shredded pork, something like that. Little diced boneless center cut pork. And what Greg will cook it on the big green egg to give it that smoked flavor, and then I'll either finish it off in the big green egg, I mean in the air fryer, or it's already cooked. And then I kind of shred it and I add Brussels sprouts and cauliflower and asparagus to it, and like a tablespoon of ghee. And I really like that combo. Takes a while to eat. The flavors are tremendous. They're my favorite, and it satiates. It leaves me content. I'm a volume eater. I like a lot of the veggie thing. I end up full, but not stuffed. I mean, veggies don't stuff me, right? I'm not like this, at the end of the meal, like I used to be with my carb overload. And so that carries me to the next day. And it just works. And then I have my plain water and my black coffee to make it a clean intermittent fast. And it just kind of works. Right now I'm going, I'm a food shopper for, commonly known gig. It's really not a supportive sort of thing. It feels like it's kind of a punishing sort of job to be in the middle of, you know, customer service, but not shopper service, right? They don't really care about us, and they have a rating system that sucks, to be blunt. And so it's kind of like not a happy time for me. I'm in like a rough patch with them. And then the customers who, they maybe haven't been out of their house in so long they don't understand inventory and shipping and bare shelves, and they kind of assume that a shopper isn't doing what they're supposed to do. It's been rough, and I don't like to talk about it. So it's been kind of rough. But the good part is that my keto food sobriety has stayed intact. And I'm so glad for the OMAD, and I'm so glad for the way that I eat that seems to satiate me. Because even in a rough patch, and I can't be the only person that's having rough patches, I'm sure a lot of you listening, you have your rough patches too. There's relationship issues, there's money, let's talk money issues. There's, kids not doing what they're supposed to do issues. And then, of course, there's our own personal food addiction, carb addiction issues. So, to get through a 24-hour period, I believe in a higher power. Every morning I ask that higher power to keep me food sober as well as alcohol sober, and just staying in, that little place that's safe. And I think the OMAD, the keto, especially OMAD, keeps me in that like safe place. It's predictable, it's satiating, it's comforting. It could be routine. I'm one of those that gets a lot from the same routine, even the same menu day in, day out. It just keeps me in a kind of a balanced place. Food wise, it keeps me balanced. I know it works for my body, and then that keeps my head in check, right? So sometimes, we face challenges. I know I'm not the only one. I mean, I've said that a few times. And so staying in the lane that we're in, and not like going over here and trying anything trending or different, sometimes is the safest place to be. Safe and familiar, right? In so many places in life, but especially with our food. If you've eaten a certain way of keto, if you've had certain supplements, or the side things of like the collagen, or you have your coffee a certain way, even though it's not the same way as me. That's, it works for you. It's something you look forward to. It's a little pleasure. It's a small pleasure in a day that kind of has many things happening, right? And so that's what this video is kind of about. Just finding yourself, finding your space and place in your food addiction that keeps you safe. It doesn't mean trying the new trendy things because you're bored, you're frustrated, the scale ticked up, whatever it is. It's staying in that predictable, this works, it worked always before, it's just a patch I'm going through, so I need to just keep doing it. The sun will come up, it will get warm, finances take care of themselves. I don't know, stimulus, all that kind of stuff. We just some of us pray that it gets better, and we hope for the best and just continue in our lane. That's what I'm doing. That's what's working for me. It's rough, yes, but I know that, I've got this keto community, and I know that you are doing the same thing. You're taking care of yourself. You're buying the best foods that you can afford to have. You're not straying. You're not giving in. If you've been too mad, you stay too mad. You just weather through it, right? If you're in a boat and it's just doing all of this kind of stuff and the waves are just beating you up and everything else, that's a rough patch, right? And so all you can do is get through it and don't try anything too, outside of your little bubble. Stay safe and complete. And sometimes it's just, white knuckling the rough patch, right? So that's what I'm doing. My shopping gig will either get better or it won't. I mean, it's terms, right? That's, if I haven't learned that at 70 years old with all the stuff, right? That's what we learn when we get older. We learn that, like, the experiences that we've been experiencing make us stronger. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Yeah, go ahead. Keep saying that stuff, but it's true, And I'll get through this just like you've gotten through yours and you've shared your personal stuff too. I think keeping the food simple, straightforward, what you're used to, keeping your way of eating, 1 mad, 2 mad, 3 mad, snacks, having coffee with stuff in it, having tea with stuff in it, having whatever it is that works, chewing gum, having breath mints, whatever works in your wheelhouse that has worked for you, keep doing it. We will all get better. The sun does come up. It does come up over that horizon. Sometimes it's like, wow, this is amazing. We've all been through hardships, and so it will change. It's like New England weather. If you don't like the weather, wait a minute. If you're experiencing hardship, it will get better. There are ways. Stay calm. Keep your food in line. Do what you have to do. Weigh it, measure it, use your chronometer, whatever it takes just to stay safe. Don't reach for that no, that naughty. It won't work. You've already been there and done that. That's how we all ended up here, I think, is that we've all done that stuff. We've all been there, done that. We have more Girl Scout badges on our sash, right? Of like where we have, of how we've handled our situations with food. We already know that one, right? So trust me, the food is not going to work. Not having the food one day at a time will work. Trust me. Thank you so much for being here. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, with just another keto video. I'm glad you're here. Couldn't do this without you. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.